Hello Toy Collector fans, Universal Toy Collector here and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my recent pickups from Sandown Toy Fair. Okie dokie then, so let's get straight into this then, shall we? So I'm going to live dangerously, mix it up a little bit and start off with these awesome sets of Star Wars cards. Now these are from 1981. They are from Burger King and it was part of some game or promotion they had at Burger King in 1981. Awesome stuff. So what we have then is 6 sets of Star Wars cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 6 sets of Empire Strikes Back cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they come in sets of 3. So as you can see, you've got 3 cards there. There is a perforated edge just along here. And yeah, absolutely superb. I do like these a lot. So I'm not too sure whether you can see that or not. So I'll bring it a little bit closer. And if you want to read that or try and read it, you can pause it. I'm not too sure how well that comes out. But there you go. But yeah, absolutely awesome. So I picked these up for £5. Unbelievable. So there was someone looking at these and the guy said, yeah, I'm looking at £5 for those. And they put them back. And I just said to the guy, sorry, did I hear you say £5 for these? He said, yeah. So I said, I'll take them. Unbelievable. These are absolutely quality. The images on these are superb. So there you got Yoda, Vader, Lando and Boba Fett. You've got the asteroid field there with the Falcon and a TIE fighter. So yeah. And then you've got R2-D2 here. Spin it around that way. You've got Han Solo. And then you've got the Yavin 4 base there. The hangar bay on Yavin 4. Absolutely superb. And like I say, these are in absolute minty mint condition. Now, I knew nothing about these. And neither did Georgie, to be fair. So when we got home, Georgie did a little bit of research. She looked online. And yeah, these can go from anywhere from up to £30 onwards just for a set of 3. And if you get them graded and they score nicely, you're looking at £100 to £300. Unbelievable. So I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these. I want to try and find somewhere to put them. I'm going to keep them intact. That is for sure. I'm not going to separate these up at all. I'm just going to leave them as they are. But I don't know what to do with them, to send them off to get them graded or to get a folder and put them in a folder. But yeah, absolutely fantastic. Over the moon with these and for a £5 as well. So like I say, I didn't know anything about these, so I didn't know whether I was getting myself a good deal or not. But yeah, so these are the cards from Burger King back in 1981. Absolutely superb. Loving these. Right, let's move on and see what else I've managed to pick up. 2 seconds. Next up, and sticking with the Star Wars theme, I have these 2 acrylic Star Wars vehicle display stands, and these are from Action Plastics. I've purchased from them before, and yeah, they do not disappoint. This one here is for the Rebel Troop Transporter, and this one here can be used on a TVC X-Wing. So yeah, awesome stuff. So I like to try and enhance the way my display looks, and I think if you have acrylic cases for your carded figures and acrylic display stands for your ships, it really does make a huge difference. So yeah, like I say, really, really happy with those. Now, I did purchase another 2 for another 2 vehicles. They were out of stock. So what they're going to do is once they come back into stock, they're then going to forward them onto me. So hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I will end up with my other 2 display stands for my vintage collection vehicles. Now, what I'll do also is leave the link in the description below to Action Plastics website. So yeah, awesome stuff. If you are contemplating on getting stands for your vehicles, these are the guys to go to. Now, I picked my previous ones up from Action Plastics back at Echo Live at the beginning of the year. This past weekend, it was their first time at Sandown Park. They're going to be making their first appearance at NEC in a couple of weeks' time. Then after that, they're going to be back up at Echo Live. So yeah, highly recommend them. Awesome display stands, and they really do enhance your display. So like I say, these are the acrylic display stands from Action Plastics. Okay, so that's that. Let's see what else I've managed to pick up. Okay then, so next up, and this was my first purchase, by the way. Now, previous to buying this at the Toy Fair over the past weekend, I wasn't in the best of moods, wasn't really feeling it. I was kind of umming and ahhing about this. I said to the seller, give me an hour to think about it, and I'll come back and let you know either way. Went back, thought about it, and thought, yeah, why the hell not? And when I made this purchase, it really did brighten my day. Wow, absolutely superb. So what we have then, as you can see, is the Subbuteo table soccer game. Absolutely awesome. This is the Continental Club Edition. This bad boy is from the 60s. Wow, this was the sort of thing that my dad and my uncles played with when they were kids. Absolutely incredible. So you've got Subbuteo table soccer Club Edition on the side there. You got the table soccer logo there for Subbuteo. Honestly, this is absolutely superb. Spin it around. You've got the image there. Really liking that. The box isn't in the best condition, but I'm okay with that. That just gives it a real charm. In a second, what I'll do is take the top of the box off and let you see the contents inside. But yeah, again, on this side, exactly the same. Subbuteo Table Soccer Edition. And yeah, you've got the same at the ends as well. So what I'm going to do is take the top of the box off and let's have a look at the contents inside. 2 seconds. And this is what we are dealing with. And I've got to say, I am absolutely blown away by the condition of this, considering its age. Wow. And it was not until the seller took the top of the box off and showed me inside, I was just like, yeah, you've sold it to me. Absolutely superb. Now, like I said, there is a little bit of wear and tear on the outside of the box. There's also some wear and tear on the inside. You've got a tear here and a tear there on the cardboard. That can be forgiven. The main thing is all these players are intact. All these players are intact. The goalkeepers are intact. The nets are intact. The balls are intact. You've got the fence in here to go around the side of the pitch. You've got the flags here as well. Absolutely superb. And then you have the pitch here as well. So this is a cloth pitch and you can iron it. Obviously, you need to turn it upside down and iron it from the back. And what you do is you get a big bit of board. You apply the pitch to it and then you put the fencing around the outside. Now, I remember as a kid when I had my set, later on in the 80s, they did an AstroTurf. Well, not an AstroTurf. It was an AstroTurf. And it was like rolled up in a tube and then you just let it settle at room temperature. Got some fencing, got some pins, pinned the goals down, pinned the fencing round, pinned the pitch down. And it was like a permanent fixture in the hallway for a good many years. Had so much fun playing with that. But getting this, just thinking of my dad and my uncles playing this as a kid, absolutely incredible. So what I'm going to do is just... And these colours are generic, by the way. So no matter what set you get, it was always like a red and white shorts and a blue and white shorts. Unless it was international, then you probably get like international team colours and stuff like that. But I'm just going to bring the figures up or the players up because these are tiny. So what you do, there you go. Look at these. Absolutely awesome. Also in the 80s, you could get like little stickers, numbers, and you can put them on the back. God knows I'll be able to do that now. I wouldn't be able to see them, would I? But yeah, absolutely superb. And these are the original bases. So these feel quite heavy compared to the ones that we got in the 80s. So yeah, absolutely superb. So there's that. And then we have the goalkeeper here as well. So look at him in a diving position. And what you do is you get this little bit of wire here and you plug that into the back of the base there and you stick him in the goal. So yeah, absolutely superb. Like I say, I mean, God knows how this guy is going to make any saves. I mean, look at him. He's not even diving. Look at that. That's mental. Absolutely mental, you know. But there you go. But yeah, I've got to say, blown away by this. Where I'm going to put it, I have absolutely no idea because I've got no room at all to get this set up. But just to have this in the collection, wow. Honestly, I'm smiling right now. This is superb. Loving this. So that was, well, my first pickup, but the third one that I've shown you today. What I'm going to do is carry on and see what else I've managed to pick up. So, as always, 2 seconds. Next up then, we have some more Subbuteo. And it wasn't until after I'd made my first purchase that I went running back to another stall holder to make sure this item was still there. I thought he had sold it, so I started to think, oh damn, I missed out there. But luckily we dug through the teams that he had, and I managed to find it again. So let's just take a quick look at the box. It's the standard green colour there. You've got Subbuteo at the top. You've got the player image there. You've got the Subbuteo Table Soccer badge just there. Table Soccer team by Subbuteo Sports Games Limited, Tunbridge Wells, Kent in England. And there you go. There's the bottom of the box. You've got the Subbuteo just there with the ball. And again, it's the same on both ends and both sides. And underneath, it's just a plain white box there. So let's take the top of the box off. And look at this. Unflipping believable. These are superb. Awesome condition. Let me just take one of the players out so you can see. So the reason I ran back to get this is because these, or get it in focus, these are in the colours of the team I support, Liverpool. I'm liking the white collar. You've got the white cuffs. You've got the heavier base at the bottom there. Again, these are from the 60s. Absolutely superb. Liking these a hell of a lot. And they're all in good condition. Now, what I will say is there's a difference between the goalkeepers now. So instead of having it on that really flimsy wire, you've got them on this long green plastic rod there. The goalkeeper in green with the white shorts with his arms, so you could save the shots that the rest of the team are firing at him, or the opposition are firing at him. So with that being said, I'm not too sure these were the 60s. I think this might have been the 70s, because there's a dramatic change in the rod to the goalkeepers. So yeah, I'm going to have to look up and do a little bit of research on the Subbuteo, that is for sure. But yeah, absolutely superb. Again, managed to pick this up for a really, really good price. And really happy that I've got this in the collection. Again, I don't know. Get in there, you swine. I'm not too sure where I'm going to be putting these, but these will have a place in the collection at some point going forward in the future. So yes, that was my second pickup of the day. What I'm going to do now is carry on, because I've got another couple more bits and bobs that I'm going to show you guys. So 2 seconds once again. Next up then, we have some more Subbuteo. And I've got to say, I'm absolutely blown away, buzzing and beaming for this. Now, this is courtesy of Vintage Toy Rush Dave. He put in an Instagram chat a few weeks back, would anybody be interested in a Subbuteo set? And I was like, absolutely, yes please. And Dave was kind enough to bring this along to Sandown Toy Fair this past weekend. Now, I've got to say a huge thank you as well to Dave, because he wanted absolutely bugger all for this. So Dave, honestly, thank you so much. This does mean a lot. And I'm going to get to that right now. When Dave opened the boot up to show me this, I was just instantly taken back to one Christmas when I opened up a Christmas present, and this set was that Christmas present from my aunt and uncle. I remember the image of Lee Chapman, of Chris White. That's Leeds there. I think this is Sampdoria, the Italian side. Just the images at the bottom, and it was like a big throwback to that Christmas time. So awesome stuff. So as you can see, we've still got Subbuteo here, but this time it's in white writing with the red background. Again, it's green. I think that was the colour for Subbuteo throughout the years, that green. Just a little bit, I don't know. This probably looks a little bit cleaner than the other green, I guess, but there you go. So you've got the images here. You've got the images on the side there. And you've got some images this end, the back there, and also the same image underneath. Now, me and Dave, we sort of like wanted to look inside, so we opened the box up and stuff like that, but we didn't realise this flap opened, and there you go. Look at that. That is just absolutely insane. So once again, you have the cloth pitch there that you can iron out and put on a board. Then you have the players here. Again, you've got the generic red and white and blue and white. You've got new goals, you've got new balls, and you've got some flags here as well. It is missing a couple of flags, but you know what? I'm okay with that. That does not bother me at all. But it was the condition of these footballers that was the main thing. The box in total is absolutely superb condition. Really liking that. But the contents inside, the players, the pitch, the goals, the balls, the flags, just absolutely superb. And if I just move this up, that is the image that you've got on the top of the flap there for the box. And this is how you play the game. So you get it set up on a table like these guys have here. You have the goals in place. You have the players there, and it's flick football. And you've got a white line here, and you weren't allowed to score any goals this side of the line. You had to be in this line, behind this line here to score goals and stuff like that. But yeah, just absolute takes me back to my childhood, this does, because I like football, and this was the game that was played, especially by myself. Well, I played a lot on my own with this, and I had competitions with my dad. I went to my friend's house, the one I played Star Wars with, and all the other toys that he had. We also had lots of Subbuteo. We had World Cups, we did leagues, everything like that. And that was back in the mid to, I think we carried on playing this well into the 90s. You're probably looking around about 96, 97. So we had years and years of fun of this. Obviously, as the years went by, the teams, the kit changes and stuff like that were made and stuff like that. The goals improved as well. So you had like green bases around the bottom of the goals where you could pin that to a board and stuff like that, and to stop the goals from moving and stuff. So yeah, absolutely incredible. So again, I have nowhere to put this, but just to have this in the collection, I'm over the moon. I really am over the moon. VTR Dave, thank you so much. You have no idea how much this set means to me. It is just incredible. Thank you so much. Wow. And when you said about a Subbuteo set, I wasn't expecting it to be the same one I had as a kid. So that just makes it all the more sweeter. So yeah, awesome stuff. So I do have one more thing to show you, and this is the moment that you've all been waiting for, no doubt. So let's get straight to it. And here we are. This was my final purchase of Sandown Toy Fair, September 2025. And it's the moment that you've all been waiting for, and for some of you, hoping for. This is my first purchase of a My Little Pony, courtesy of Robo Toys. Thank you so much. I can now officially say I am a brony. Unbloody believable. I never thought I'd get round to saying it, or I'd never dream of saying it. I don't feel any better for it, but it is a weight off of my shoulders nonetheless. You can all call me a brony now, because I've bought my first ever My Little Pony. So the story goes, Rob from Robo Toys has been on at me for months and months and months about My Little Pony. He's been giving me little digs and ribbing me and bantering me and stuff like that. And I said, all right then. I said, next time you bring a pony down, I'll buy My Little Pony off you. And for months and months, went to toy fairs and stuff like that, and he left his ponies behind. So he had a couple of ponies on the stall, and I said, you know what? I'm going to be true to my word, and I'm going to purchase a My Little Pony off you, because you did bring one, and I did say I was going to buy one. So there you go. We have another pony for the My Little Pony collection, and it's the first one that myself or Georgia have bought since we've been toy collecting. There you go. What can I say? I'm a bloody brony, and what you're going to do about it? I have no idea what the pony's name is, but it's got some like hundreds and thousands sprinkled all over its arse there. It's got pink, green and blue in the hair. It's a white colour with a multicoloured tail, and again more hundreds and thousands, should I say, sprinkled on its buttocks. So there you go. I'm hoping you lot are happy now, and I'm hoping that ends the brony debate. Right, so that was my last purchase. What I'm going to do is get everything in front of us and give my final thoughts and opinions and see the video out. 2 seconds. Okie dokie then. So here is September 2025's Sandown Toy Fair haul in its entirety. And I've got to say, I am absolutely beaming with what I'm seeing in front of me. Now, like I've said, when I got to the toy fair yesterday, I wasn't like feeling unwell or anything like that. I just wasn't feeling it for some reason. And I, sat and spoke to Nicky from Retro Bunga and stuff like that, and, just said to him, not really feeling it and stuff like that. But, after I made my first purchase, which was this 60s Subbuteo set down the bottom there, I did perk up and I did start getting into it. So yeah, awesome stuff. So yeah, like I say, we've got these Subbuteo sets here. The 60s version there, the 80s version from VTR Dave. Absolutely just stunning. They're complete. They're in awesome condition. The box on the 60s one isn't the greatest, but that adds to the character of it. I'm okay with that. This 80s version from VTR Dave. Absolutely stunning condition. Can't grumble at that. Wow, awesome stuff. Then you've got my team here from the 70s, I believe that is. That's Liverpool there. I'm going to call it Liverpool anyway. I managed to pick up these cards from the 1981 Burger King promotion or game that they had going. Again, blown away by these. Picked these up for a really good price to find out that these can be worth some money. That's not the reason why I'm doing this, by the way. It just happens to be coincidental because I knew nothing about these cards here. But nonetheless, it's Star Wars. I'm happy to have them in the collection. So awesome stuff. Then we have these two awesome display stands here. They're acrylic. They're from Action Plastics. And like I said, I will leave a link to their website in the description below to this video. And then last but by no means least, I am now a brony because I purchased my first My Little Pony from Robo Toys at Sandown Park. So there you go. Whether I'm going to buy any more or not, I have absolutely no idea. Now, I wasn't the only one buying stuff at the toy fair over the weekend. Georgie managed to pick some stuff up, and no doubt she's already put her pickups on her Instagram page. And once again, I will leave a link in the description to Georgie's Instagram page down below. So, yeah, all in all, a good day eventually. So, as always, when we go to these places, I met up with loads of people. So I met VTR Dave, obviously, BOE, Matt from Zero Hunter Toys, Julian, Adam Berry, Dave Thomas, Dave Nilsson, Dan, and Nikki from Retro Bunga, Slam Dunkin' Toys, and there were a couple of other guys that I did meet that was hanging around with Nikki. And forgive me, I'm getting old. I'm rubbish at remembering names, so I do apologise. But it was a pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Oh, how could I forget meeting Darren Robinson? I was there when he purchased his Razor Crest, and I've got to say, he had the biggest smile on his face. It was an awesome moment to see, and yeah, just happy to be in that vicinity when he was making the purchase. So awesome stuff. So yeah, that's all I've got. That's all I've got for this video. So apart from, if you're new to the channel, feel free to comment, like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know of more content. And as always, there will be more content. Appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. Appreciate your friendship, your generosity, and your support that I've received from you guys over the last few years. It does mean a lot, and I do sincerely mean that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Without you guys, I wouldn't have a channel, and I wouldn't be getting excited about bits and bobs like this. So yeah, thank you so much. Take care, stay safe, and we shall see you in the next video. Bye for now.